Hey guys, how you doing? It's documented detox day 19, I think it is. It might be day 20, but yeah, I think it's day 19. Sorry I haven't made a video in over a week now, but I've been on the program. Program's been absolutely perfect. Can't say anything about that. It's been doing its work. So thumbs up to Dan and thumbs up to Tavis. Can't say anything bad about the program. It's just I've been going through changes. No, I don't know. Now, just been learning a lot about myself and why I am the way I am, basically, and it's been nice, and it's also been a little bit hard hitting at the same time as well. Just learning truths about yourself is it's a bit uncomfortable at times, and that's what I've been learning. And one of the things that's become very apparent to me is how I always try and make everyone like me. So wherever I am, I try and be popular, or since I was young I was nice, and if I'm not being nice, I'm being a clown and trying to make you laugh, or whatever it is. I'm trying to make people like me in whatever way I can, and but I think it's to compensate for the fact that I don't really let anyone in deeper than that. I just keep everyone at the surface level. And I guess I've been doing this for a long time and I never realized it. And it's just, as soon as anyone actually tries to get close to me or wants to truly show me some love, I cut them off. Just cut them off right there and then. And I've realized it's not, I wasn't aware of the fact that I wasn't doing this, I'm just cutting people off, but I never realized why I was doing it. And one of the things that become apparent to me over the last week or so is the fact that I felt that I didn't deserve love from them, and I wasn't deserving of their love, and I wasn't deserving of their time, and I just had such a low opinion of myself deeply on the inside, but I never showed it really. I tried to just put on a face and carry on, and as you do, just make everyone like you, make everyone laugh, and everyone keep doing your thing. And I'm realizing that these are issues that I've had for a long time, but I'm dealing with these because one of the things with issues like this is that the identification of the issue is part of the way to resolving the problem, because it's like you just have to get some perspective. Because the thing with issues and problems and emotional things like this is the fact that you get attached to these things, and that you actually believe you are the emotion or the attachment or the feeling or the problem or whatever it is. And that's the thing for me now. It's just, yes, I do have issues, and quite bad ones as well, that have restricted me from being a good friend or a good brother or a good son, or good partner or anything. Like there's only certain level I get to with people, and I don't go deeper. And fine, I've made that realization, but I've made that realization as an observer. So I've made this observation about myself, and I'm not See, this is the thing, this is why I haven't made a video, because I don't know really how to put this into words. I really don't know, because okay, let me try and put it a different way. In terms of the other day, I had a realization that when I talk to someone, I talk to someone in one way, I talk to another person, I talk to them in a different way, I talk to one friend, I talk to them in a different way, to the exact person sitting right next to them, I'll speak to them in a slightly different way, and I interact with every single person differently. But then took it a little bit further and I realized I interact with every single thing differently. So each tree I react differently to, each leaf on each tree I react differently to. And so one thing that a very wise man, or I could say my guru, or whatever you want really, but very, very enlightened person once said to me, reflection. And I was trying to pay him a compliment and he said reflection, and it never made any sense at the time to me, but he's just said one word, reflection. And yeah, it really didn't make sense to me at the time, but now I see myself and going through what I'm going through, and I'm sure with that word he planted a seed or something, but I just, in terms of all I know myself, everything I know myself in terms of is as a reflection of something else. Okay, so whether I am, you know, a brother, being a brother, or a friend, or a detoxification specialist, or a philosopher, or an artist, or whatever, these are all roles. Or whether I'm, you know, being a feeder to my cat or the walker to my dog, whether I'm being a waterer to my plant, whatever it is, I'm just as a reflection of something else, and it's everything else that gives you meaning. And so something, I wish I could put this into words. It's just having that feeling, basically, you know, where you only know yourself in terms of everything else. There was a moment of there's a nice little kitty cat. Is he gonna come? No, he's gone. Yeah. See, get distracted too easily. No? Hello.
Hi, there's someone here for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Stop. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I got distracted. It's all good. Where was I? I was talking about the momentary dissolving of the ego that you feel when you realize you only know yourself as a reflection of something else, in terms of something else. And so that momentary feeling I had was something, you know, that I've read about and in theory I've understood. Okay, I've read so many lectures, read so many books, and understood it so much in theory, and it's supposed to be this blissful feeling that you get when you realize that you are part of everything else. But it wasn't exactly like that for me. It was almost it was a somber feeling. That's the best way to describe it. It wasn't like a kind of hit me kind of bliss kind of, or it wasn't like that at all. It was afterwards I just felt calm. I wasn't bothered by anything, and I've not been bothered by anything since, really. Things aren't affecting me in the way they used to. Like, I don't get attached to things in terms of just what replies or things I need to give to people. You know, people say something, they say something. If people do something, it's been like that. And I'm not normally that kind of person. I'm normally the kind of person that has to really bite my tongue, because I'm just first to say something if I feel like saying it, and I just feel like I'm always right and my opinion counts. And you know, one thing I'm realizing now is that, you know, you have your own truth, and that's unique to you, and that's all there is. Your truth. It's not anyone else's truth, because it's subjective to your experience. And so see, this is this is going to be difficult to put in a video. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at, basically. Oh, if I see, I can't. I'm sure this isn't making a very good video of me just running over thoughts in my head. Yeah, I guess back to the main thing is the documented detox. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit, and then we might get back on track. I had I've been just going through things with food and things, just in terms of realizing that how much of an attachment we have to our food and all these kind of things, and just been going off things, basically. And you know, even though I'm eating very nice, healthy, delicious food, great juices, you know, very nutritious things and stuff like that, it just all seems like kind of, oh, do I need this, and all kinds of competition. There's been the Confederations Cup football or something on TV, and just doesn't appeal to me at all. You know, anything that encourages competition in any way just doesn't appeal to me. And yeah, it's kind of funny as well, because I was watching Game of Thrones. I watched, you know, it's just a series I watch, I'm sure you know it, but it's so, the other day I actually had to switch off during an episode halfway through, because I was just so sensitive to the violence that's in there. I could not keep watching it. It was like, and I was on like episode 7 or something, and it was supposed to be episode 9 where it really kicks off or something like that, and was, you know, I wanted to keep watching it, but it was just like, no, I don't really want to keep watching this, because I can see what it's doing to me, and it's not doing me any good. And there's no point in going around detoxing and cleaning out your physical body so much when you're going to allow your mental and emotional bodies to be traumatized so much by seeing that stuff that we call entertainment. So literally just switched it off halfway through an episode and have not felt to go back. And the funny thing about this is that, I was watching one of DTM's Dan's videos, and he was literally said almost the exact same thing, and it was with the Game of Thrones as well, and it was just like, it was a kind of a funny coincidence. And then nice sun's coming out. Then one of the things that was became apparent to me was like a lot of the stuff that I'm going through right now, okay, with dealing with my feelings and everything, is something that I notice he's going through also. And one of the things that was kind of also, you know, when you notice these kind of coincidences, it's funny, because I was in India a few months ago, and on the 10th of April, which is like the Indian New Year, we were planting trees. I was planting some trees in the place I was staying in, fruit trees. I was planting jackfruit, papaya, what else was there? There was jackfruit, there's the papaya, there was a drumstick, which is a vegetable, guava, and another jackfruit actually. Yeah, so those 5 trees. One sec. Sorry guys, just keep getting distracted. I was just getting into my flow there a bit. Anyway, I was talking about the fruit trees I planted on the 10th of April, and obviously when I was out in India I didn't really have any broadband internet or anything like that, so I didn't get a chance to check YouTube or anything like that. And so when I get back about a month ago, and then go back through the old, DTM's videos and things like that, I see on the 10th of April he's moved into some new place, which is he's really happy about, and it's so nice, garden and everything, all the stuff he deserves. Okay, so I'm just so chuffed to see him with those things, and just finally in a place that he deserves, where he can really blossom and have a chance to do what he wants to do. But anyway, the thing that was nice was to see him plant the trees on that same day, and he was making a video of showing people how to plant a fruit tree or something like that. Yeah. But it's just, you realise, so many distractions, you realise that when you're going through these things and you notice other people going through almost exactly the same kind of things that you're going through. And one of the other realizations that I've had over the last few weeks is how to see the macrocosm in the microcosm and the microcosm in the macrocosm. What I mean by that is to see our bodies as a planet. So all the individual trillions of cells having trillions of individual consciousness, and so many millions and billions of bacteria and all these kinds of things that are in your body. Think of them having their own individual consciousnesses as well as a collective one forming this body, body that you can think of as a planet. And the other way around, you can also think of our planet as a body. And so all the 7.5 billion people that are on here, plus all the trillion other creatures, okay, you can think of those as cells on this body. And when I think of it like that, it's just, I think it's it's effective, because when you've got so many millions and trillions of things that you're in charge of, you really think about what you do to your body, what you put into your mouth, the thoughts you have, the things you do. Just, you really are conscious of the fact that you are so in charge of so many things. And the fact that you can look at the planet as a person and as a body, okay, means that you can have some sort of empathy for what we do to the planet when we, just keep refining carbon, which is like, carbon is life, and you're just taking life from the ground and burning it away. And it's fossil fuels. It's ridiculous when there's so many alternative things that we can do, and it's just all to do with the fact that it's all based on competition. Cells in our body don't compete, they cooperate. But the education system and society and everything has made us into cells that compete with each other instead of cooperate with each other. Yeah, and I just can't see how much longer this can go on for, because it's clearly obvious cooperation is the way, competition is not the way. But I'm going to do what I can to, champion that. But I guess everyone else is doing their own thing as well. I guess this kind of leads me back to the point about what I was talking about, DTM. We're just cells. We're all just cells. I'm a cell, he's a cell, you're a cell. We're all just cells on this body that is the earth, and we will do our thing, and then we will stop doing our thing, and some of us will pass on our traits through mitosis and having kids or whatever you want to call it, yeah. But we are just cells, and we multiply, and we eat, and we consume and we produce waste. It's just like what cells do. And so yeah, just I guess that's what I wanted to catch. Actually, one more thing. I had a binge. Obviously I've been on the program and everything as well, but last, what was it, about 4 or 5 days ago, I literally, I don't know why it was, I just, because I'd restricted myself so much in terms of the food and the juices and everything like that, and I was going really heavy on the Cayenne Pepper and things like that on the second tonic, but it was more the fact that everyone else I was reacting instead of acting on my own beliefs and my own knowing. I was reacting to what people said, and a lot of people were complaining about the fact that I'd gone so skinny, and you know, growing the beard doesn't help either, it makes me look even worse. And so yeah, a lot of people were complaining about that, and I don't know what it was, just emotionally went down to the supermarket, grabbed a bag of walnuts, a bag of pecan nuts, and just ate them, just ate the whole bag, pretty much. There was a teeny bit left over, which I decided to make into a cake with my niece, which if you see my other video you can see that. But yeah, I just binged and just I didn't actually eat any of the cake, don't worry about that, but just binged on the nuts. I don't know what it was, and straight away, like, popped out a few days after I binged on the nuts, I had just like these huge spots that just popped out of my head. Normally my skin's quite clear and quite decent looking, but it just yeah, just got really oily and popped out. And, you know, just shows no matter how clean you are in terms of your body and everything, when you actually, it just shows when your body is more clean and you do throw something into it that just, you know, it's like spanner in the works. It's like dust in a Formula 1 engine. It's not going to work. So it threw things out of whack a little bit, but it was nice to know, you know, that when I wanted to, I can still be, you know, human and just do things like that. But again, don't want to, I'm sure this video's gone on for long enough. Main points, reiterate. Diet is perfect. So many other benefits to this as well, because it gives you a chance to self-analyze. I've been meditating a lot more, even today. I normally run a class here on Saturdays at the local community centre. No one turned up today. I charge admission, but I say to people, you don't have to pay admission if you don't want to. You just have to turn up. But I guess people don't want to know about raw food yet. But I'm going to turn up every Saturday until, you know, this room starts getting filled up, because I know the benefits that are in that, and I'm going to preach them. But anyway, no one turned up today, but I had a chance to just come out into the garden where I am now, of the community centre, and just sit and meditate for about an hour, over an hour actually, maybe an hour and a quarter. I just sat in the sun and it was nice. It's really nice, and just relaxed me, and yeah, made me feel like I had to just share some of the things I was feeling myself, even though I haven't really been feeling like putting it into a video, because I haven't been able to structure my thoughts and structure all the things I've been feeling, and, you know, get them across properly. But I felt like, you know, the longer you go without making a video, it feels weird, so I thought I'll make one, even if it hasn't been too useful or too helpful. I've just made it for the sake of making it. It's been probably too long. If there has anyone just, you know, stuck with me for this long, you are a soldier. You probably don't know what you are listening to, but thank you for listening to me, and hopefully I will be able to make some more videos that will be a bit more structured, a bit more useful in the future. Okay, thank you. Oh, actually, what I'll do, obviously, like all the other documented detoxes, I will make whatever salad or something I'm having in this evening. I'll make a video of that and show you as well. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, this is what I'm having for dinner. I've made some noodles out of butternut squash, I've chopped up some celery, put it on there as well. I've got some olives which I've chopped up, put on there. Avocados, chopped them up, put them on there as well, and made a sauce for it. The sauce is sun-dried tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, I don't know, some other baby plum tomatoes or something, basil leaves, and all herbs and spices as well, and then some dates as well. So that's the tomato sauce, and got some cress on top as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go enjoy that. Good night.